Hi, my name's Emily Meenan, and I'm Pangea World Theater's Communications Coordinator. I'm also the curator of the Another World is Possible zine. At the beginning of June, after the murder of George Floyd and the uprisings that followed in our city and around the world, we knew at Pangea we couldn't just go back to business as usual. For 25 years, Pangea has been serving its community, and in that moment, our community needed us more than ever. So, Mina and Dipankar, the co-artistic directors at Pangea, gave every artist on staff the task of creating something that responded to what was going on around us at the time. From that came so many amazing pieces of work. There were Zoom readings of plays that have been in the works for years and finally were seeing the light of day. There was a series of backyard mini jazz concerts and so much more. As the communications coordinator at Pangea, I got to be a part of those and work really closely with all of the ensemble members, and it was a really healing way to spend the summer, and I know it was pretty healing for our community as well. I still wasn't sure though what I wanted to do for my piece. So all I knew was that I wanted to uplift and support as many artists in our community as possible, and I knew I should probably use what I know best, which is words. So I put a call out on our social media looking for local Black poets to submit any of their work to me, and I was going to put it all together in a zine. We also found Noah Lawrence Holder, who is an amazing local visual artist that created the cover art that you've probably seen at this point. It was so amazing to read the work from these people who live right here in the Twin Cities with us. I spent hours and hours putting this zine together, and then I realized we weren't having very many in-person events, so how was I going to get this zine out to folks? And that is what brings us here today. So, you are about to see a video. It has work from 5 of the poets who are included in the zine, doing video or audio readings of their work. If you like what you see in the video and like what you read in the zine, you can click the link right below and leave a tip to the artist. Everything you send is going to go directly to them, and anybody who tips over $5 this week will get a physical copy of the zine sent to them. I hope you like what you see. I'm very sure you will. These poets have done beautiful work, and enjoy.
When I was 13, I was in 8th grade trying to find pieces of me lost way long ago. When I was in 8th grade, I wanted to be everything. Even president of student council, maybe because my brother once was. Ultimately, I wanted my voice to be so loud the entire school could hear me. I was looking to be whole, wanting my anger to make more out of me, because I was sick of being the angry Black kid nobody wanted to talk to, who preached in the prayer room, in the hallways, and during recess, really all the time, and I seemed to know every little thing about everything. So I wanted the whole world to know it too. Maybe it was too much to expect at 13 from an 8th grade class, the same way it was too much to expect from a country built off racism and genocide. And I think I was too little or naive to think that our world could ever be built this way, but I mean, it's been built this way from the beginning. So what more can we do than to educate ourselves on everything our parents tried to shield us from? I spent the last year of middle school trying to find the puzzle pieces of me I discarded long ago, looking for the parts of me that seemed happy, so as not to be painted as the angry Black kid in a school filled with Black kids. My anger seemed minor, and I didn't understand how I could be singled out so much. Maybe I should have allowed myself to spend more time outside, playing with children my own age, less time being angry, more time being joyful. I should have done more at 13, right? Yet sometimes Black children do not have that luxury. So here I am now, trying to figure out what really makes me me and where I could put this anger into. Because I'm not Inside Out. I am not a movie. I have emotions in different parts of me that deserve screen time too, and anger is just a fraction of it. Because who am I? I am Black joy, I am Black love, I am Black excellence. I mean, aren't we all? To be able to use our anger for better, to be able to use our anger to make you smile and laugh and dance with outstretched arms. Isn't that what Black joy is all about? To go against the system that's taught us we were only puppets for their entertainment. To cater to their imagination of what we should be. I mean, isn't Black joy a revolution in itself? To be no longer painted as this angry Black kid, but angry Black kids with rightful anger, using it to their advantage, to be happy in a world that didn't want us to be happy to begin with. Now, isn't that revolutionary? To teach ourselves what it means to be Black and proud, Black and loud, Black and joyful, and not these connotations of angry Black people define who we are. Because we define who we are. And we say we will not allow this system to weaponize our anger and paint us as villains. We will use our anger to be liberated and then sing and dance and love and be overjoyed with the world we've created for ourselves. You see, Black joy is a lot of things, but at most, it's a revolution.
Hi, my name is Winfrey Oenga. I'll be reading a poem titled Watch Me Grow. Listen, to our breaths intertwined, breathe with me, and don't fade away just yet. Shining infinitely, roses falling from the hands as the sunlight dances upon the shoulders. Whispering a gentle love, I raise both hands as they slide upwards against the sweet curves of tomorrow. This goddess, me, my inner light, I lie within.
Hello, my name is Ashley Marie. I am a poet in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have a book called The Art of Transformation, which I will be reading a poem from the book, which will be published in the Zine. Thank you for the opportunity. You can follow me on Instagram at Black Matrix, M-A-T, 3 I's, X. What is destroying you? Why can't you breathe? This life is filled with beauty and art. Why can't you see? Passion outlasts pain any day, but it seems to lack on certain days. You fade in and away, but like the sun, you shall rise again. What'll save you from you? What do you know is true? The hue is slightly askew, shades of trouble erupt through our view, and we stumble trying to put pieces together from crumbles. I've never known the truth could be so near, so vivid if I just took a moment to hear. If you're listening, you are no longer your fear. Thank you.
A law is a rule. A rule is a line where he took a stick to the sand to draw a path and said, do not cross. Don't do that thing in the way you do. Don't pass on the right. Sit up straight. Show your teeth. Show no teeth. Wear this. Go here. Do that. Do this. But don't let me catch you. If you plan on doing that thing you do and the way you do it, you know the thing that you do that keeps you sane? Sane is a thing you cannot keep. Did you know that would fly here? Did you hear? He made a new law. I told you this all once. You can't do that. You can't be here. Since you are here, what are you dressed as? Why is your hair up? Did you show him your teeth? Did you show him more? Did you show him more? What kind of things did you show? Are you scared? Are you hurt? Can you tell me what the law says that we do? Can it be changed? If so, how and to whom? Don't ask me. I can't say that I do. I know what I can say is I don't know what to do. Can I see this law? Show me where it says don't cross that line. I warn you. I want to know who said it. Can we trust him? Do we want to trust him? Why do we hand our trust to him? It's the law.
Hello, my name is Sienna Johnson, and I will be reciting my piece entitled Without a Doubt. And I'm grateful that it got selected to be a part of the Pangea World Theater Zine entitled Another World is Possible, because this is a very personal recollection of my journey and faith as a Christian who, is Black, knowing that Christianity was historically used as a mechanism of oppression. But nonetheless, throughout the years, I think that the revelation of truth just shows that another world is in fact possible. I remember picking petals from flowers, like other man-made mechanisms of power. For hours, I'd sour, never knowing if somebody loved me, if they loved me not. Contemplating seeking validation till older I'd gotten, but it wasn't enough to just speak of his grace and mercy, though I gratefully dare to offer the glory he's deserving. Speak the name of Jesus twice, have the people shout and scream, and learning that just because you say it doesn't mean that you're believing. Hearing stories of wondrous feelings. Placing the capacity of worthiness into a 3-minute dealing with a blonde hair, skin fair, blue-eyed savior, representative of those who'd historically withhold favor from someone who looks a lot like me. Amidst what became a man's first destiny, with the backs of my people as foundation. Replicated nations, Babylon the Great. When we see them, we see racism, hate, but most importantly, God. And what's crazy is in the beginning, it didn't even seem the slightest bit odd. That what it meant to be loved was an expression of oppression. Who do I trust with my troubles to the degree of this depression? Asking, let it be me that your blessing, simply being, I'm less than holy when all that I knew was worldly. To have a spirit console me was more than my soul could carry, yet in his presence I tarry to fast and pray and be merry. Have him fulfill my strength when my soul and body were weary. From a game of pretending that doesn't require inquiry. How am I truly supposed to know just who Jehovah is to me? Thinking if I ever see the manifold of his glory, if he'd ever hear the cries of a sinner like me. Yet knowing his eyes had seen my unformed body, all the days ordained for me, written in his book before any of them came to be. So it was then that I relinquished my religion, having only broken pieces of the life I've been given. Finding that God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. To present to us salvation and the knowledge is his mission. We try to cover the tracks of what we thought he couldn't use. He'll deliver if you're willing to simply give him you, not your riches, your holy, or your picture-perfect best. He'll remove from you heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Want to show that he is the Lord. He is God and we're his people. A part of us in his fullness to return to him equal. I know I'll never be perfect, or so I'm not even worth it. But even in my mistakes, he filled me with discernment and purpose. God isn't ancient. He's eternal. It's perspective to the manner in which we honor and worship him respectively. And even though we got history, every day is a new mystery. Unveiled to me eventually. A Mecca essentially, it's his word that though we're wasting away outwardly, it's inwardly he assures our renewal on the daily. It was his amazing grace that saved a wretch like me. Justice for the afflicted and oppressed like me. The epitome of faithful, more than worthy, despite my obstacles, singing praise his name, obeying, saying, look at what God can do. Look at what God can do, saying, look at what God can do. Turn to your neighbor and tell him, look at what God can do. Grateful for times I can just dwell in his presence. I'd be careless not to share it with the people in essence because I feel it ain't the type you'll ever want to be without. And now I feel it. The kind that make you want to scream and shout. His greatest decree is for me to show you what it's about. Above within us throughout, God is love without a doubt. Because I feel it ain't the type you'll ever want to be without. And now I feel it. The kind that make you want to scream and shout. His greatest decree is for me to show you what it's about. Above within us throughout, God is love without a doubt.
Hello again. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching that video as much as I have enjoyed curating it for all of you. As you can see, there are some amazingly talented poets right here in the Twin Cities. Being able to add them to the Pangea Circle and introduce our Pangea community to all of them has been one of the best things that's happened this year in 2020 for us, for sure. This year is actually Pangea's 25th year anniversary, and although we're not celebrating like we thought we would be, taking things virtual has actually made us really, really lucky to be able to reach people that aren't just here locally. People who might not have been able to travel to a show are now able to tune in to one of our live readings, to a film premiere, to an education panel. And you can look at all of those, if you haven't seen them yet, right here on our Facebook page or on our website, pangeaworldtheater.org. All of that programming that we've been doing since June has been completely free to the public. It still is free to the public, all thanks to the amazing community of donors we have. Over 250 folks have joined us in resourcing this work this year, and if you want to join those 250 folks, you can go to pangeaworldtheater.org and help us resource this art today. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to all of the poets who were a part of the Another World is Possible zine. Thank you to Noah Lawrence Holder for creating this amazing art, and thank you to the Pangea Ensemble for helping me get this all together. Don't forget to head to pangeaworldtheater.org to help us resource this art and to check out the digital version of the zine today.